He's going to thrive if he provides a soft life for his woman. Can't be authentic.
This is it. It says when a man gets married to a woman, his life is longer.
I can't be authentic.
Welcome to Date, Affirm, the Real, our live podcast talking about today's relationships and its effects on us all. Please welcome our hosts, Keya McClain, the poet, and Shimeka, the dog therapist. Let's get real.
And the crowd goes wild. What up, everybody? It's another Tuesday, y'all. What up? It's another Tuesday. I'm Keya McClain, poet, and that is
Shimeka, the dog therapist, my beautiful cousin.
Yay! We in this piece, doing our thing, doing our thug thizzle.
Yes.
So, how's everybody doing this evening? How's everybody doing?
How
Everybody
you doing?
well. So check it.
Let me see. Let me go on Instagram.
We have somehow and very quickly gotten to mid-October. I don't know how we ended up in mid-October this damn fast. It was just August.
It was just in the summertime.
It was just August. And so the other thing that I was just tripping off of, and we didn't announce this verbally. I made a post, but Marcus and I just celebrated our 1-year wedding anniversary. And went by with the lightning speed of
a full year.
Superman. How we got to 1 year that quick is beyond me. We got here fast.
Crazy, man. That's crazy, man.
We got here fast.
We got crazy.
That's so crazy.
Crazy, man.
I was talking to Tanya, and Tanya is my friend and the person that married us, and she was like, "There's no way you guys are at a year." She's like, "Y'all got married in March." I was like, "Well, being that you married us, go ahead and mark the calendar that went down in October of 2024."
She said in March. She got married in March.
Yeah, we got married in October 2024, and we just celebrated our 1 year, October 5th. So I can't see the comments. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Babe, I couldn't see it.
You can't see it?
I mean, it says something there, but it's not, like, it's kind of blurred out, so I can't see the comment.
Oh.
But nevertheless, we will proceed. So what are we talking about tonight? We're talking about unlearning the survivor mode. So, cousin, I guess you'll have to read the comments. It's Maya! Hey, boo!
She said, hey, yay.
Hey, sugar. Yeah, you know, you was there putting the roses on the table at the wedding.
Okay.
Maya was the one over there cutting roses and putting them on the table. So, what's up, everybody? As we said, I'm Keya McClain, the poet. This is my cousin, Shimeka, the DAR therapist. And we are in this thing tonight. So we're going to be talking about unlearning survival mode in relationships. So let's get into this thing. Make sure you are sharing this out with your peeps. Make sure your peeps get to, be here live with us. Sometimes you guys share afterwards, but if they're available, go ahead and share it out with them, and they can come on live with us to talk about this very, very needed conversation. So, survivor mode. What'd you say, cousin?
Lily said congrats.
Oh, thank y'all. I can't see no comments.
I know. Congratulations, boo woo, from Maya.
I don't know why I can't see comments. Okay, so she must be on the YouTube side. Because I can't see anything on the side. So survival mode in relationship is when we operate from that mode of fear instead of safety, instead of clarity, aka what I tend to talk about a lot, healing. So we have, that version of ourselves that has not transitioned into that healing work. So we're operating from a lot of pain points.
Yeah.
So one of the interesting things before we really kind of dive deep into this conversation is I remember when I was like a baby in this journey, and I was like, oh, got it, healed, no other answers, got it together. I don't know why I did that. That's
hilarious.
the moment.
Like, I'm done.
Because I like to dance. So anything I could just.
Don't worry about it. I got you. We together. I got you.
And I know you're going to do this crazy shit right there with me.
Right. Robot girl got you.
Ain't nobody else going to do this crazy shit with me but you. But I used to think I had like all the answers. I knew what, baby, because I got, because I read one book. Now I'm all healed and stuff. And I got the answers and stuff.
Be like, done.
And
done.
I don't let no man play in my face no more. Proceeds to the next toxic ass man. So yeah, we have a good time on the podcast, but in all honesty, because this is kind of a heavy conversation, so we gotta have a little fun with it. Because like your wounds be showing up, and you be thinking, like I was thinking. I know I didn't understand. You be like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm all good.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm all right. And then the cray cool Cocoa Puffs start to come out. Yeah. So yeah, you can't hide it.
Right.
You can't hide it. My best friend and we used to have this saying many years ago. He's passed away now, but we used to say this thing. Thank you, babe. We used to say this thing a lot where we would go, your slip showing, right? And that was our way of calling each other out, right? So he would say to me, hey, dog, your slip showing. I'd be like, oh, shit. All right. Then I say to him, hey, nigga, your slip showing. Your slip showing. That's how we talk to each other. Okay? Mind y'all business. That's how we talk to each other. But my point is, sometimes it's not as obvious to us,
right,
when we're in that space that our slip is showing.
Yes.
So this is not out of a space of judgment or ridicule or whatever, because I'm sure my slip does still show from time to time. The goal is to move from your slip showing all the time to it showing up less and less.
Right.
And to you even being aware, I might have a little slip out. I might just let a little slip show.
Let me fix this.
So I say all that, like I said, very jokingly, but honestly, when we are in pain points,
yes,
and we're going to be constantly triggered,
right?
So those things are going to come up from childhood, from bad relationships, to just all the different things that we've gone through,
right?
And it's going to turn into either you shutting down emotionally, you becoming a people pleaser,
right,
and a doormat to people,
right,
You're gonna be over explaining yourself. You can't just say no to people. You got to give a full explanation. Well, my mama fell down the steps 2 weeks ago, and then now she in physical therapy because I had to sit all night with her at the hospital, and then now she in physical therapy. So I can't come to your XYZ because then she got another appointment. Her appointments every Wednesday at 7 a.m. And so I'm not gonna be able to take you to work because I got to take my mama to the doctor. But I want to take you to work. I want you to inconvenience the fuck out of me and take you to work and take my mama to the doctor. And I want to do all the things for everybody because I want to love everybody and I want everybody to love me because I'm a people pleaser and I just want everybody to like me.
Yes. Yeah.
And so you don't even realize that you've become this thing.
Right.
From the experiences of trying to overcompensate during your childhood.
Right, right.
Am I right? Am I right or am I right, cousin?
You right, baby. You right, baby.
My cousin, a therapist, y'all.
Wrong teach.
Her a therapist, so she know better than me. For anybody that be trying to come for me and stuff, be talking about she don't know what she talking about. But my cousin, a therapist.
They not. Don't have to take this wig off.
And listen, and that's all she gonna do is take the wig off. My cousin ain't gonna fight you, okay? Now she will stand there while I fight you.
I'll be watching out for Popo. No, I'll be like, you don't get off my motherfucker. Straight dog, look out.
Y'all know she from Cali. Not LA.
Right, not
LA.
Went to Palisades and
I did not live in LA, okay? I am a Valley girl, okay? Okay, listen, y'all, we're just having a good time tonight. We're having a good time tonight. I'm celebrating that I'm not exhausted and like emotionally just wore down today because a lot of days I'll be coming in and I'll be like, what's my name again?
Hey guys, hey. Where are we? Where are we?
I don't know.
You can never tell. Never tell. Never. You can never tell.
So let's talk about how if you grow up in chaos, if you grow up and there's betrayal there, if you grow up and there's just instability and toxic stuff and violence, when you grow up in those types of situations, if you think that it does not cause emotional distress on you, you're wrong.
That's right.
It will cause some type of emotional distress on you. And so it turns into a emotional she a lover, not a fighter.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. But don't push me, no.
Because she'll call her cousin. And I will fly there. Expeditiously. Okay, y'all. Okay. I'm focused again. I'm acting like Shimeka tonight. Transfer her ADHD to me or something. I'm all over the place. But you can become emotionally exhausted because it's like this is kind of how I was thinking about it in my head when I was thinking about the conversation. It's almost like you're standing on those hot stones, and you're kind of like just jumping all over the place, right? Because underneath the surface of where you are it's hot. There's a lot going on, right? It might be poverty in this rock. It might be violence in this rock. It might be lack of love and compassion on this rock. So you find yourself like jumping around from rock to rock, which leads to these performances, right? So it can lead to the performance of people pleasing. It can lead to the performance of not caring about yourself and letting people mistreat you. It can lead to all of these various things. And that is, a lot of people can see that. Right? And so when people see that on you, they might be manipulators. They might be narcissistic. They might be users. And so they're watching you and they're paying attention. Because again, what did I say?
Predators.
They predators. In the beginning, what did I say? Your slip is showing.
Right.
If you think you're hiding, you're not. So by way of showing me that you need this or you lack that, I am a predator. I'm going to show up and give you those things.
Or mimic giving you those things.
Exactly. For as long as I can.
To get you right on in.
To get you where I need you to be.
Snake in the grass.
So one of the things that we have to pay attention to before we get in relationships and connections with people is how we show up for other people. What does it look like when I show up in spaces? I need to know what I look like when I show up in spaces. If that requires you asking a friend, a relative, recording yourself, whatever it may be, you need to be in tune with how you're showing up in front of people.
Right.
Why do I say that? Why do I say that, cousin?
So you slip show. You slip showing.
Because you don't want your slip to show.
I want your slip showing. So you won't be preyed upon.
So you do realize that some of us are operating still out of survivor mode. So that survivor mode may look, because we've been surviving in it for so long, that it may look like it's all together, that we got it figured out, but you're still showing up with the slip hanging and they see it. And so let's talk about what survival mode looks like. So survival mode changes how we talk, listen, and respond. It can make us defensive, withdrawn, or reactive instead of responsive. So, of course, what does that look like? When you have conflict with somebody, you just shut down. That's been your go-to mode, right? You've survived this, and that's how you've survived it. You survived it by shutting down. I ain't got nothing to say to you. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Yeah, I'm gonna just shut down.
Right.
Or we're in conflict or we're having conversation. I'm just gonna keep interrupting you. I'm not gonna let you finish your thoughts. I'm not gonna let you finish anything, because now I've gone into protective mode and I need to protect myself. What you mean? Because what happens, you know why people interrupt? Well, you know this, cousin. I ain't asking you, cousin. I'm asking the peoples, okay? The peoples. I'm asking y'all. Why do you think people interrupt you when you're in some type of heated discussion or argument or an intense conversation? Raise your hand. Why do you think people interrupt you? Okay, cousin, answer the question.
He said rude.
Outside of being rude, because there's
something else. Yeah. Because they don't. Well, it's the same thing as like when you're yelling. You want to overpower. It's a power and control thing. So
it's the power and control thing. But what else is it? It's also
what
they may have heard a trigger word.
Okay, got you.
They may have heard a trigger word, right? So how many people have been in intense conversations or arguments or disagreements and somebody just cut you off and they start defending? You could have said
or attacking verbally.
Yeah, you could have said 88 things. And 87 of them were good things. But you said one bad thing, that you pointed out one bad thing, or what they conceive as bad. Because remember, ain't no good or bad with us. So they hear something that is like, uh-oh, that's a trigger word for me. Right? And sometimes the word trigger is the trigger word. But they hear that one thing, and then they're like, you're in the midst of talking, and they're like, no, I didn't. I didn't do that. I didn't leave dishes in the dishwasher. Right? That could be the very thing that happened in their childhood that's linked to this now trigger. Right? Don raising his hand. So what you got for us, Don? Have you ever done, like, have you ever interrupted someone? Have you ever over apologized? Right? So these are some things that we do. Like, we become these people pleasers. We over apologize. We interrupt. These things, these are symptoms of childhood trauma that have carried over, and it just looks this way in our adult relationships now.
Yeah.
Because we weren't taught how to emotionally have healthy dialogue and conversation with people. We were yelled at. We were told, this is what you do. We were told we didn't have voices.
We're intimidated.
We were intimidated, threatened, hit.
Yeah.
All of those things caused us to have things come up in us that we didn't even realize.
Right.
I have triggers that I don't even know about. Exactly. That's the part that I'm talking about at the beginning. When I said your slip showing, and you don't even know your slip is showing.
Yeah. And it's interesting too, because even like you said, that trigger and not learning how to communicate, or being taught to communicate, and then we go into jobs with bosses and supervisors when they're treating us unfairly, and we don't know how to articulate it, so we just lash out or have anger or go
Shut
within.
down.
Yeah.
And like, so I can speak on both sides of it, because I've been the angry person that lashed out and the person that shuts down. And ultimately, the symptom is the same thing. Like, you might be the lasher outer or the withdrawn person, but the symptom is the same. The symptom is, I don't know how to articulate in a healthy way what I'm feeling. I.e., you become passive aggressive. And so, like, instead of you being able to honestly and in a healthy way articulate, this is how I feel, this is what's going on, da, da, da. No, you lash out or you shut down. And so there's power in just taking that pause before you react. Now, that's easier said than done. People used to say that shit to me when I was in anger management, and I was like, let me tell you something. There is no pause. Do you understand what happens? There is no pause, right? Well, I had to learn. I had to learn
to practice
these things. This took me a long time. I didn't just voila stop responding, not responding. I had to learn to stop reacting, because that's what I was doing. I was reacting in the moment. And real quickly, let me insert this here. The other day, this woman was going in the store, and another woman was coming out, or I don't know the exact details, but the woman that was holding the door for the other woman said something to the other woman for not saying thank you. This turned into the woman following the woman around the store, following her to another store, arguing with her, fighting with her in the parking lot. And the woman who did not say thank you shot and killed the woman in the parking lot of this shopping center.
Wow.
Now, The reason why I brought this up is because we're talking about how we can just kind of just go there without thinking, that reaction thing. And the moment I heard the story, I literally felt emotional because I can't tell you how many times I've done that and how I could have lost my life.
Right.
Or other people around me could have lost their lives, because that is how much I reacted. That is how much I was experiencing trauma in my life, and that I needed to do the work, and I did. But my point is, I was that person. I needed to say something. My ego needed to say something, not Keya, but my ego needed to say something. I held this door for you. You don't say thank you. Now, although she was trying to leave it there, she was trying to walk away, but now this other lady is triggered because you don't know what's going on in her life. Now she triggered because you triggered, and now she following you around because she want to get this anger out. This is why I talk about healing all the time. This can cost you your life. Not being healed can cost you your life. And that girl that got killed had her daughter with her. Her daughter saw her get killed.
Wow.
Over this. Now her kids are angry. Now we got a whole nother set of people that are going to have to heal from some trauma. There were people on site that will have to heal from that trauma.
Wow.
So the point is, when we don't do this work and we think we're hiding it and people can't see it, that's how you see it on a bigger scale. But it's happening in relationships. There was a story in my home city in St. Louis. A lady was trying to leave her dude, got in the Uber. He shot and killed her. The Uber pulled off and took her to the hospital. This is craziness because we don't know how to control our emotions. Because we refuse to go to therapy. We refuse to remove our egos and do the work that's necessary so that we are having healthier relationships and connections with people. It's insane.
Wow.
It's insane. And I know that was heavy, but I really did. That was,
I'm like,
it was necessary to kind of talk about that because that's on the extreme side. But please don't think that can't happen.
Right. It can't happen, right?
Please don't think that can't happen. It can definitely happen.
Right.
One of the other things that we can do is we can be hyper independent. And this was another thing that I dealt with. I don't need nobody. That's a shield.
Right.
You are saying that and doing that because you have been disappointed so many times.
Right.
That you think that is the norm.
Right.
So it's hard for you to rely on people, to trust people, to believe people. And so you become very hyper independent. There's nothing wrong with being independent, but you become hyper independent. I don't need nobody for anything. So you're not talking to anybody. You're not trusting anybody. You could really have a good friendship or relationship with somebody, but you sabotage it because you're so hyper independent. It's just me. I can do it. And I get it. I mean, we learn as young people to self-soothe. Gen X kids were latchkey kids. For the newer generation of people, the young people that may watch this, latchkey means we was left at home by ourselves. Okay, we had keys, we had to cook, we had to be responsible for our other siblings. We were little grown people. Okay, we got to pretty much do what we wanted to do, except be home by the time the streetlights came on. We had a lot of responsibility at a very early age, and we were told to be quiet. We were told not to express ourselves. We got whoopings often. And so that way of growing up really kind of puts you in a state of your emotions are out of whack because you don't feel secure. If your mama or your daddy or whoever, grandmama, whoever raising you comes home with a bad day, it's a bad day for you. So it deregulates your system.
Yes.
It deregulates your system. I would be stressed out because I would be trying to read my mom and what mood she was in and what I needed to do. And that was so stressful for me, you know. In addition to, I got to watch my sister who had a mouth but didn't want to fight nobody. I had to pay attention and watch all of my surroundings all of the time. I was hyper vigilant. I believe I'm still hyper vigilant because I constantly had to watch and be alert and know what's going on. I didn't trust people, you know, because I saw all kinds of stuff. And so it really does lead you to this deregulated emotional system that you never feel safe. You never feel safe. And so you struggle with, if somebody says they want to help you, I don't need help. I got this.
Yeah.
I'm good. People take advantage anyway. I ain't got time to be trusting folks and they shystiness and it comes off as anger. It comes off as resentment because you're still in that hurt space.
Yep, that's just trauma. Your slip showing.
Yeah. And you don't realize, like, you get to show up in vulnerability.
Yeah. But that's scary though, Keya.
And it's scary when you try to do that as a kid and you were ridiculed, attacked, told you don't have feelings, you know?
Trying to read our parents carries over into my relationships. Trying to see, like, okay, make sure I don't say something that'll that again, PTSD. And that's what we was talking about, PTSD. Responses to trauma.
Yeah. So you see everybody through the lens of your parents or your caregivers, whoever it was that took care of you. Your trigger is based on, you know, your trauma is based on
how they responded.
Yep.
Man. And so again, if you're not, you know, and I remember saying, well, I got whoopings and I'm okay. I was molested. I'm okay.
I remember saying that shit too.
No, ma'am. No, we still got some stuff to do. No, it was some stuff I had to do. Some work, some healing. Yeah.
And, you know, quite honestly, there is a massive amount of people our age and older that don't see anything wrong with the corporal punishment that we receive, the type of corporal punishment, the severity of it, the how often it was. Like, they don't say ain't nothing wrong with me, but it is. That's the problem. That's the problem. You don't even see it because you don't know your slip is showing.
Right.
But it's coming out in other ways.
Yeah.
You know, that but we're not gonna go deep into that. But yeah, it can't come out. So where do we shift with this? Where does the shift? Because we talk about the problem on Data Firm the Real. We talk about the problem. We get to the root of stuff, but then we got to talk about some solutions, right? So how do we get to a space? And I think one of the first things is awareness. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
You got to come into a knowing of what you're doing.
Right.
What I talk about on here, y'all. Journaling. Journaling helped me to understand patterns in my life. That's what journaling, that's how I came into so much awareness, actually. Because I would journal and I would go back and read and I'd be like, girl, you're doing the same stupid shit. It's you. It's you.
Like, you in the same relationship with somebody else.
It's you. It's you. You know, and so once I started to lean into that, okay, now I have the awareness. Okay, now what do I do? Because I have the awareness, like I'm at least aware that I'm behaving myself or conducting myself in this way, and this is how I'm showing up. And I recognize, okay, so am I dealing with a old pain? Is this one of them old wounds? Like, does it feel like it's been here for a long time? Or is this something new? Did this just come up? Like, was I just done wrong? Did I just experience this pain? But does this pain make me feel like it's familiar? Like this happened before? So now I'm sitting with that.
Yeah.
That's how I'm starting to come into the awareness. Okay, all right, Keya. This feels like when your mom used to yell at you and tell you this. Oh, this feels like when somebody called you ugly. This feels like somebody said you wasn't good enough. So you have to sit with that awareness and that knowing, and know it does not feel good.
Right.
Don't inbox me, but how it's gonna feel? Bad. It's gonna hurt. I don't mince words. I don't got time to sprinkle no sugar and all that shit on top of here. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt. It's not gonna feel good.
Yeah.
We are sometimes going to snatch the Band-Aid off. We don't have time to nope.
Take it off, and then there's a little bit, you take it off slowly.
That shit gonna hurt.
Right.
It's not gonna feel good.
At all. At all.
So,
but that's why people avoid it.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say too, when you have brought up going off and not regulating our own emotions, I started like after journaling and realizing like, okay, first of all, I was looking crazy, yelling at people like I was yelling. I was looking crazy. And so what I started to do, I started to make myself apologize for the behavior. Now, I don't like apologizing. So because I don't like apologizing, then it forced me, when I'm in a conversation or discussion, it forced me to shut up, because then I'm at to apologize for the dumb stuff. And I don't want to apologize because that didn't like apologizing.
That's good.
And then I practiced reflective listening. And that was really good, because then what it made me do, because now I'm not on defensive mode. So now I'm not defending anything. Now I'm practicing hearing what you're saying instead of defending me. So now I'm like, okay, so it sound, and not only did I practice effective listening, I also practiced, because I wanted to resolve the issue. I remember being married for 10 years, and we would have arguments about the same thing without resolution. And I'm a little ADHD. So we'd be talking from here, conversation to here, to here, to here, to here, and nothing was resolved. And so with reflective listening, it had me be still, be quiet. And then I had to be like, okay, now what's the resolve? How can we resolve this situation? Like, is there a way we can resolve it? So we can move forward. And so those things made me be quiet. And I had to continuously check in with myself, because I'll be ready to pop off. Like, who the fuck? I mean, okay. And then I had to start off with this thing that my dad could not stand, because he was like, are you patronizing me? And it wasn't that, it was that I was mad. And I was like, okay, Dad, can we just talk about it right now? Because I was so mad inside. And he's like, are you patronizing me? No, I don't. No, because if I'm trying not to yell at you.
That's why I said you become passive aggressive.
Try not to yell at you.
Yeah.
I want to have a conversation with you. That's not working.
Yeah. So I'm showing up in my mind as passive, right? With these aggressive mannerisms and behaviors. And so, yeah, that's good though. I like the reflective listening. I remember my therapist telling me, just repeat back what they said.
Yes.
Right? Just repeat back what they said
You
for
repeat it,
clarity.
it forces you to listen to
Yeah,
them.
it forces you to listen. So when
Mhm.
you have to repeat, so when my therapist told me that, I was like, how am I repeat back what they said? I ain't listening. Shit. I'm trying to get my point across with it. The therapist like, Keya,
I'm not listening. Mom, repeat back.
Keya, this is the whole purpose.
Hilarious.
Listen so you can repeat back what they said to you. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm right and they wrong.
They wrong. That's it. That's all.
What am I repeating back?
Mhm.
What I said? Because I'm right.
What I said, I'll repeat back what I said. Oh, and then when you do reflective listening too, because then you be like, okay, so what you're saying is, and they're like, that's not what I said, and they repeat back the same thing, and I'm like, so what you're saying is, because that's what it sounds like you're saying to me.
Slip showing, y'all.
Ooh.
Slip showing. So those are the moments where our slip is showing, that we don't recognize that our slip is showing. It's in those moments that our slip is showing. It's the moment where we don't have the self-control to sit and listen to what somebody that we say we love is saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's when we don't have the self-control to breathe, to pause, to reflect before we open our mouths. Before I was good for saying some old mean ass shit you can't take back. I was good for it. Good for
cut
it.
you deep right
I'm
now.
gonna cut your ass
Deep with these words.
And so again, my therapist said, oh, okay, so is the goal to hurt the person that you love, or is the goal for you all to be on the same team? Because you keep talking about, now this is a big one. This is a big one. And I've told my husband this before. and so he getting ready to find out the root of why I say this to him now. I say, I ain't doing it. I say, this is what I told the therapist. Well, you know, I'm good at debating and arguing. I win all the arguments.
That's your husband.
No, that's what I told the therapist.
Oh,
many years ago. This was in another marriage. Therapist sat back. Oh, you're a good debater. You win all these arguments, huh? With you and your husband. Oh, so are y'all on separate teams? I was like, what you mean? Are you all on separate teams? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm on my team and he on his team.
Separate team.
And I'm a good debater and I win all the arguments. Oh, okay. Well, what's your last name and what's his last name? Okay. What's your point? So do you win against your own teammates? Powerful. It changed my whole thought process. And that's why, and Marcus will tell you, in this relationship, there is no winner and loser. There is no, my point is better. And when we first got together, he would say, you're just much better argument, or I said, listen, there is no winning. I don't care about winning or losing, because the loss is in the win.
Yeah.
The loss is in the win.
Yeah.
Once you get that in your mindset that I need to win over my spouse, you already lost.
You already lost. You already lost.
So I don't. Yeah. So I don't practice the whole you won, I won. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Because that is a trigger. It was triggering for me because I finally felt like I get to use my voice finally. I get to say what I want to say now. And that's fine. I can do that in other capacities. I can do it here. But it doesn't look the same way that I wanted it to look in this I win.
Right. And even when we talk about traumas, right? Previous traumas. And again, I remember excuse me, again, my power being taken away from me, not only through having a parent that was very what's the word uh what parenting styles, you got passive, dominant, and something else, but a very domineering parent, that controlling parent, and so then being molested. So now, like, I feel like I don't have any power, so I overexerted, right, in the arguments, in the wanting to argue and debate with people, and especially men, because I didn't have because again, the trauma was my power was taken away from me, and you'll never do it again. So I'm going to exert that, even though I'm wrong. But I'm about to play like I'm right.
Yeah.
And even in my marriage, same thing. Like we would argue about the same things because there was no resolution, and I had to be right. I had to be right. He had to be right. And so there was no resolution. And it would be this thing where if finally he got that he was wrong or that he made a mistake, he would go into this depression. And that was, so then, yeah, it was interesting. Now that I'm, thinking about it, like very manipulative kind of thing that we did with each other.
Yeah. and so, one of the biggest things is ego in that, right?
Yeah. So I can come out on top, either even being a victim, I can still come out on top. Yeah. And so after, and so that was the trauma, right? That was the trauma. I need conflict felt like a fight, so felt like I needed to win. Conflict feels like a fight. Yes, and conflict does not have to be a fight. It's a reason. It's a difference of whatever, and we're going to come to a resolution to meet in the middle, to meet together. And that doesn't have to be in compromise, right? It's just that, okay, how can we work together?
Yeah. I mean, and I think going back to the comment that conflict feels like a fight, so I needed to win. That's awareness, right? And I kind of want to point that out because what did we say? One of the first stages that you can go through and unlearning this behavior is coming into awareness. If you are in awareness that conflict feels like a fight to you and you have to win, what do you do when conflict comes up next for you? You don't see it as a fight.
Right.
You see it as
something to resolve, a resolution.
Yes.
Something to resolve.
We get to resolve something. Look at it as we get to resolve something. That way it doesn't feel, because one of the things, and look, y'all, I'm about to brag on my cousin right here, right now, because one of the things that I practice is something that she taught me. Like, don't forget, my cousin, a therapist, so I get extra therapy. So she talked to me about a thing that you guys have heard me talk about on here before, light and heavy. So what feels light and what feels heavy? So it feels lighter for me to say, how can we resolve this? Or I'm so lucky I get to resolve conflict with my husband. So when you see it,
I love that. That feels good.
When you say it like that, feels so much lighter.
It's different, right? It changes the whole energy of it.
So now the energy is so much different. It doesn't feel, oh, we got it.
You practice new tools with your husband to resolve it. I love that. I love that.
So thank you for teaching me that, because you teaching me that makes me come up with these questions often about, okay, well, how can I make this feel lighter for me?
I love
how can I make this feel lighter in the situation, right? Yes. So yes, you've taught me so much, cousin. You taught me so much. I take that with me.
You took a whole like.
Oh yeah, I be alley-oop and shit. But
Right.
Look, I love to brag on my therapy. All right. Some people feel out here bragging on 50, 60 about fighting and beating people up. No, I'm bragging on my therapy and my healing.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that I can take things and make them my own in a very healthy way. It doesn't just help me. It doesn't just help me and my husband. It helps all my relationships.
Yes.
I now know how to in a healthy way deal with conflict when it comes to everybody. So there's that. All right, let's talk about in the same vein how we can use patience and empathy to understand that everybody's not where we are, even on that. Right? Because I understand I've done a lot of work. Not everybody has done that. So how do we practice patience and compassion?
I don't have none.
How do we practice that with people that we have to deal with? It may be a coworker, it may be a parent, it may be, you're going to have those really, 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 really difficult people. And for the most part, as people know, I cut people off. I cut people off very quickly. But for the people that you can't, yes, I release them.
To receive. What's the song? Remember the song?
Yeah.
That was a good song.
But no, like I never call it cut off. I always say release. But you have to release those that you can. There are some people that you're kind of tied to in a different way. And so how do you show up with patience with them when you're interacting with them? Again, I still do the same thing. I still do the same thing. I pause, I breathe, and I might say, I have no words.
Because sometimes because especially when they're not in that awareness, especially when they're not in the awareness of what they're doing, right?
Yes.
So that's when, and it's not a shutdown. It's again knowing your battle, knowing in that space, they're not going to be able to hear what you're saying. Exactly. So asking them questions. Well, is there another way you could have handled that? But even I did that with somebody, and it was still like they still didn't get it, and I just let them speak and just let it go because they weren't going to receive it.
Yeah.
Maya says sometimes you have to stop, pause, and give grace. Yeah. Yeah.
And you do, like I said, there are people, and even to your point with what you just said, cousin, I already know who has the emotional intelligence to have that conversation with, to have this dialogue with. I know whether you got it or not. I'm just going to keep it real. So if I'm honest, I'm really just giving it to you. I'm just giving it to you. You can walk away thinking and believing you're right. You can walk away believing I'm wrong and I did this and I did that. It does not matter to me. I don't care.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, I don't. I recognize that this is very one-sided and there is no point. And when you're in those spaces like that, yeah, you
just let it go. You have to let it go. Especially, and I'm specifically talking about a parent, right? Because it's like, because a relationship, and a marriage, right? Because then you're like, but specifically with a parent, my relationship with my parent is more important. And they're not abusive. So mind you, though, they're not abusive at this time, at this state, at this age, just certain things that they just not gonna hear. Right. And so me and sometimes me just releasing that, but knowing where they stay and where they stand helps me to not be like, I might be like, but it won't be as, because I'm like, I knew what how they was going to act. I knew that.
Yeah.
Right. And my relationship with them is more important than trying to prove or trying to show them that they're wrong. Yeah. If that makes sense. So I'm like, I'm willing to let that go for the sake of the relationship. Because I know, first of all, our parents ain't got that much time. And so I'm not, and I don't know if it's selfish, and if it is, it's okay, because I'm not going to be the one left behind when they're gone feeling some sort of guilt because I didn't resolve something, and so that's how that's where I stand. That's how I feel in that. Right.
And you know how you say, even in your marriage, that's a battle that I'm not even, it's not a battle I'm willing to fight, you know? And that's how we can be with our parents sometimes, and even our kids. It's not a battle that's worth it. You know, sometimes that conflict is not even worth it. And so you resolve it to the best that you can, right? And it may not be fully resolved. And that's sometimes where we get it wrong. We think it's supposed to put us at this particular spot. I'm supposed to be here. You may not get there. You know, you might get here. But at the end of the day, you know, there's some type of resolve. It may not be the resolve you want, but it's some type of resolve.
Yeah.
So I want to get through 2 other points before we close out. And one of them is the thing I talk about a lot, and that is healing. Once you start to heal, and if you're healing and your partner's not healing, or your friend's not healing, or your family member's not healing, it is going to kind of change how you love. It's going to change how you show up. It's going to change your communication style. It's going to change a lot of different things, which may in turn trigger people, because it's not, sometimes people, and a lot of times people do this. People will etch in a spot where you are with them and who you are to them. And they, you know, you might be etched at 13 years old with your parent. You might be etched at 15 years old with your cousin. You might be etched at 18 years old when you made a lot of mistakes. And it's twofold. They want to keep you there. And that's the last spot where you guys had a real true connection. And so they want you still in that spot. And that's how they see you, as the 18-year-old version of yourself. So here you are out here flourishing and healing
and changing.
And changing. And that is uncomfortable for people.
Yeah.
That will create conflict all by itself.
Yes, Keya, good job. Yeah.
That will create conflict all by itself. You have to be in the awareness of that, because I've had this happen to me so many times, y'all. This still happens to me. Even people who have known me in the last 9 years that I've been in Dallas. I am a person that waters myself daily. I may not water these damn plants in this house like I'm supposed to. Okay. Because I kill plants. And I don't be trying to. And I be trying to have a green thumb like my granny.
Trying to
live in her legacy. But I be fucking up with these plants. Okay?
I understand.
But that ain't the point. The point is, I water myself daily. So what happens when I'm watering myself? I'm going out in the sun. Right? I'm connecting with other healthy soil.
Right.
Those that are growing healthily in the soil. Right? So my garden is healthy. What do you think happens if I've interacted with one of them weeds that's out of control, that's doing all the things? That weed is going to look at my garden, and I'm in the garden, and they're going to feel some kind of way.
Right.
Oh, so you think you a beautiful sunflower over there, huh? I don't like sunflowers. Who you think you are, sunflower? I'm gonna send some bees and some flies and some to try to ruin your growth. And so it will create conflict when you grow and other people around you do not grow. They will resent you.
Right.
They will create conflict a lot of times and so for me, it was because I had anger issues.
Right.
The way that people tried to create chaos for me is to make me angry.
Right.
To try to prove she ain't changed.
Yes.
She's still the same person.
That's right. Yep.
And you have to be in the awareness enough to identify that and move accordingly.
Yeah. That is
so again, you have to redefine who you are for you. It doesn't matter how other people see you and what other people say. I get to redefine who I am and how I show up.
Yep.
And so that I'm having healthier relationships and connections with people. And for those that don't see that as a healthy thing, then what do? Release
Right.
them.
Right. Let it
So,
go.
in closing, many of us were never taught how to be loved safely. Safely. Ain't nobody talking about your mama and daddy and they ain't love you. That ain't what we talking about here. Don't go telling nobody. Keya and Shimeka said our mama and daddy whooped us and didn't love. That ain't what the hell we said. Don't tell that damn lie, okay? What we saying is we were not really taught how to be loved in a very healthy way.
Yeah.
Right? Our emotional security was at risk.
Right.
In a lot of different ways. So we knew how to survive. We know how to get through. We knew how to get by. But it led to very poor behavior down the road for us and unhealthy relationships.
Right.
So we need to unlearn survival mode, give ourselves permission to rest. We have to give ourselves permission to identify those things in us that aren't healthy, that we need to maybe work on and resolve. It's okay to apologize. It's okay to right your wrongs with people. It's okay even if they don't accept it. You write it with yourself.
Exactly.
But we were not taught how to love people in a healthy way. We weren't even taught how to love ourselves in a healthy way. So I'm going to always tell you, start with yourself. This podcast is not just for married people or people in relationships. It's also for single people.
Yes.
So for those that are single, do that work to love yourself so that you don't have to be sitting back like, I don't know how to love nobody else like this. When you learn how to love yourself in that way, you'll be able to do that.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of parents can't teach what they do not know or never had themselves. Yep.
Passing down trauma. It's just trauma passing down trauma.
And so, like, and this is cool because me and my mom, we've had this conversation several times, and I'm like, every now and then she'll say something to me. She'll see a post or something, and she'll get triggered by it, right? And I'll say, look, I am not blaming you for anything. That's why I take care of you like I do. You did the absolute best you could do based on the tools that you had. You did the best you could. One thing I did not lack, and I tell my mom, I didn't lack your love in the way that you knew how to love.
Right.
I didn't lack that. Like, I had people in my neighborhood and friends that were physically abused by their parents.
Yeah.
That didn't have food, that didn't have the basic necessities.
Right.
We lived in the projects. A lot of times the kids that lived in the projects with us, their parents would sell their food stamps. My mother didn't sell no food stamps. We went to the grocery store every month. My mom did meat orders. She rationed everything out. Okay, y'all, this is how we gonna keep this amount of food to last until the next month.
Right.
That's love. So I don't take anything away from her. I recognize she did everything she possibly could with the tools that she had. But we have a responsibility that now that we know better, we must do better. That's our responsibility. Might not feel good, but it's a responsibility that we have to do better for our children, our grandchildren, and those to come.
Right.
We have to unlearn some behavior that may have been harmful because it's carrying over. I mean, you can keep doing it if you want to.
Right.
I mean, one thing I am a proponent of is you doing what you want to do. Do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
But I'm telling you that it's so powerful to do this healing work, to recover from some of the harm that was done, because there was some harm that was done.
Yes.
And so if you want to have healthier relationships, some of these things have to be tackled and dealt with. Now, We over an hour. Any questions, any comments, any concerns, any complaints? We don't care about your complaints. So just keep them.
Right.
I was just playing. Just keep them. When I said share your complaints, I was just playing. Don't share them. We don't care. But if you have any comments for us, anything you want to share about what you got out of this specific podcast this evening, if you have any thoughts, anything you would like to share in closing, please do that as Shimeka closes us out.
So we thank you guys for showing up for yourselves, first of all. Not just for us, but for yourself. It takes a lot, and it takes a lot of strength and courage to look in the mirror. And we thank you guys for choosing to do that. So we're going to take some deep breaths in. We're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out through your mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Breathe out your mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, we just thank you, and we ask that all of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. How does it get any better than that? And what else is possible?
Yes. Ashe.
Ashe.
All right, you guys, we love you. We don't see any comments. But we thank you as always. Next Tuesday, the fellas are up. See y'all then. Peace.
Seeing eyes of mine, you see, there are no trees inside of me. In this desert